Hello, welcome to the second episode of Those Crazy Weirdos. I'm Cameron.
And I'm Martine.
All right, Martine. Here we go, second episode.
I'm excited. I feel less nervous than the
You
first
got our
episode.
teas ready to go.
Yep. I'm peach tea today.
I am my normal black tea with milk.
Yeah.
Because I'm a proper Brit, mate. No, I'm joking. That was a really bad accent.
You'd probably drink more tea than the average Brit.
Oh, absolutely. I think I do.
I know. And then I never used to, but then by consequence, now I do too.
No,
I just have one every time you do.
Never catch me without a warm drink in my hand. I feel like even in the summer, I'm always got a
I thought that was really weird when I met you. You're like, I'm going to have a cup of tea. And I was like, dude, it's 30 out there. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, you know, like, I don't know. Like, it's comforting. Something about a cup of tea. Also, like, this is how I grew up. You met my mom. My mom also always has a cup of tea with her.
I know.
It's just what it is.
I know. Well, I mean, I'm not even really one to judge anymore, considering I have a cup of tea every time you do too. Yeah. It helps keep me hydrated in a more interesting way than just water. So, you know. You
do drink tea a lot. And you drink herbal tea. You don't drink black tea.
Yeah, I know. I take like 2/3 of the cupboard space for my teas.
You have like 18 different flavors of herbal tea, and I just have my one black tea.
Yeah.
Like, we're good
okay, but like fruit teas are just superior in every way. You can have them hot and cold, and they taste just as good. And you can mix them together, and you can put stuff in them, like lemon or like different flavored honey. There's a lot of upsides.
Okay, I'll give you the mixing and all that. Sure. Better is debatable, though. I don't know.
I don't like the taste of wet leaves.
Wet leaves. Whoa. I don't like the taste of wet flowers. Oh, damn. Now what?
This doesn't taste like flowers. This tastes like fruit. I like the taste of fruit.
I love you.
Anyways, we've had this debate like a million times.
Yeah, this is a recurring debate in this household, in the Willette household.
Yep. Well, what else has been going on with us?
I don't know.
It's the weekend. Everyone loves the weekend.
Yeah.
We did a bunch of cleaning today.
Pretty normal.
Yep.
All right, let's get into it.
Now it's time for You Don't Say.
You Don't Say. All right.
Yep.
So, this is the part of the show where we just talk about random facts that we found.
That are interesting.
Interesting facts.
Yeah.
Of course. I got you. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
How about I go first? I have a few, but there's one that I thought was... I keep thinking about that's really funny. So I'll tell you that one first.
And just for the record, Martine keeps telling me, I really want to tell you this fact.
It's hard.
But, I want to wait until we're actually recording the podcast to tell you. So I know that you've had this in the tank, and you just, like, really want to let me have it. So. You'll better
see.
Be good for the amount. The expectations are very high for this one.
Okay, well, I don't think you would have known this before, so... Did you know that hippos can retract their testicles up to 30 centimeters inside their body?
What?
Yeah. The reason...
30 centimeters. This is a temperature regulation thing, just like humans?
No, the reason is because when male hippos fight each other, they often go for their balls.
Holy fuck.
They try to bite their balls off, Cameron. Because that way, like, a male hippo without any testicles is no use to mating a female. So they try to fight them off. So they evolve so that they can just like suck them in. Apparently it's a problem for castration of hippos. Yeah. Anyways, the poor things.
Wait, it's a problem for castration. Are you telling me that like when humans want to castrate hippos, they have humans are gross. Man.
I know.
Why do we ever want to castrate a hippo? Someone like
I don't know.
It's horrible.
Zoo?
Yeah, exactly. A horrible reason.
But like, I think the point of zoos is to like, they always make a big deal about when a new animal is born.
That's true.
So I don't know why they'd ever want to.
It's weird.
But anyways.
Dude, it's crazy to me how much male evolution of like any species basically is just all about fighting other males. It's literally everything. Like giraffes. Oh, why do giraffes have long necks? No, it's not to eat. It makes eating more difficult. Gosh. It makes drinking more difficult. But it's because they use them as whips for other giraffes, like to knock other male giraffes' necks around. Like, oh my gosh, it's so painful.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible. That's a really good fact. 30 centimeters. It's a whole foot inside their body.
Also, how big are their balls in the first place? You know what I mean? Like, that's big true. Cavity that you that you've just got reserved for that.
They are really big animals.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go for a sip of the tea.
Yeah, and then it's gonna be your turn. No, well, I have to fill. La 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 la. I'm filling in.
You don't have to fill anything in. No, just a sip of the tea. All right, here we go. I've got a series of facts. I've got like one category with a bunch of facts.
Oh, dude, that was me last week, so.
Yes, but yours were all separate. Mine's like actually one category, and it's about feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was not what I was expecting.
Here we go. You ready for some fun foot facts? So there's some in here that you know already.
Okay.
But that's okay. So we'll go over some that you know. So like, feet have a ton of bones. Like over a quarter of the bones in your body are in your feet. You have 26 bones in each foot. That's 52 for both your feet.
Yeah, that's wild.
They also have over 33 joints and 33 joints and 100 muscles and ligaments.
Oh my gosh.
And tendons.
How do people
more than
not
100.
Hurt
So
more
I think per
feet?
foot it's 33 joints and more than 100 muscles, ligaments, tendons, etc. Which is insane. Fingernails grow 3 times longer than toenails.
When you say 3 times long,
they're faster. Sorry, faster.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I didn't know there was a limit.
Okay, and I think that's basically it for the ones you know. So here we go into some more fun ones, right?
Okay.
All right. With the fingernails growing longer, like everyone knows that. That's, they grow.
I mean,
faster.
you can kind of observe that.
I mean, you observe that, but 3 times faster.
Do you think that has to do with? Oh no, never mind. I was gonna say, what if you just like erode your toenails on your shoes? That's why they don't grow as much.
Speaking of shoes, good transition. I have a fact.
Okay.
Modern shoes suck. I think Julian was telling us about this the other day. I don't know.
Julian is Cameron's brother, friend who knows.
Oh yes, my brother. Yes. But modern shoes suck. So they like basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was telling us about this. He saw some documentary. Basically, they suck because they squish our toes. So like most humans, when we evolved, we were walking barefoot, obviously. And so there's a lot about our feet that are developed towards barefoot lifestyles. Yeah. But now we wear socks and we wear shoes, and it really messes with our feet. So it like bunches our toes together, and it leads to a bunch of problems that were never problems for ancestors, like bunions, hammer toes, claw toes, mallet toes, which are basically like, I actually have, I think, claw toe on my second toe, where it like curves inwards. That's because like apparently the shoe's like unnaturally forcing your foot inwards. But like modern, like if you look at like ancient human feet, they're like really wide and the toes have like spaces in between them. And it's like significant. Like it looks like the toes actually have like proper space in between them. They don't like touch each other.
Did they not have like flat-footedness problems then back then? Like if you're always walking without shoes on back then, they must not have had anyone with flat feet. Because like I could never do that even if my toes were not bunched. Because my feet are so flat.
Maybe, but your feet might not have been flat if they didn't develop within shoes. Like that's the thing, right?
Really?
Like, maybe.
Even flat-footedness?
I have no idea. I didn't look that one up.
I feel like that's
But my suspicion is that like if your foot's developing in an unnatural environment, then of course you can have unnatural conditions.
Interesting.
Right? And plus your toes would have been a lot wider, so I don't know. Like who knows, right? Like it's kind of interesting. But yeah, modern
Although
shoes
it is genetic too, so maybe it just got introduced.
It could also just be like that's true.
Anyway, okay.
The other one, I have another one here. Greek foot, also known as Morton's toe or Morton's foot. I don't know who Morton is, but that's okay.
Okay.
It's a commonly inherited but inefficient foot shape, is one article said. And I have this. It's when your second toe is longer than your big toe.
Oh, yeah.
It's called Greek foot or Morton's foot or Morton's toe.
Yeah. Yeah, you big weirdo.
Yeah. It's very interesting though. It has a name, and apparently it's common enough. Like it's not like super unnatural, and it's not that the actual toe bones are any longer. Rather, it's the metatarsal bones that they're attached to. Is an issue. And it makes your foot.
I don't know what that bone is.
It makes your feet more prone to calluses, and like puts extra stress on like the ball of your foot, I think, or something. But in the end, like a lot of people have it, and it's not so bad.
How does it make your toe longer, or is that just the effect of having the longer toe?
That's the effect of having.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, that doesn't cause the longer toe.
No, the longer toe, like the longer.
It's just
the toe
the way
is
you
not.
are.
Yeah. The longer like metatarsal bones are. Yeah.
I've got satisfying feet where it just goes
like
highest to lowest.
Like penché, like just like a normal.
And a nice ramp.
Yeah, no, not me. This one's a fun one. Despite being called the big toe, it actually has fewer bones than all your other toes.
Really?
Your big toe only has.
It's so beefy though.
It makes it's so obvious when you think about it. How many bones does your big toe have? Just
2?
2. But all your other toes have 3.
Oh. Wait, do toes have the same like amount of joints as fingers?
Just kind of like your thumb and your fingers, yeah. Like your fingers have 3 joints each, except for your thumb, which only has.
What?
2.
I never even. Whoa.
2 bones, sorry, not joints, bones. But yeah.
My mind is blown.
It's the same
what do you mean?
toes. Yeah.
I didn't notice my big toe only bent once, and every other one had the possibility of bending in 2 places.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? But it's called a big toe, and it is physically bigger. But yeah, it's got fewer bones.
That's so weird. It's weird to think that it's like the thumb of the foot.
You're getting on to my next fact. You're getting on to my next fact.
I'm so good at this.
Which is, you can now do toe-to-thumb transplants.
I'm sorry.
You cut off your thumb on a saw while you're in your wood shop. Don't worry, they can take your toe and put it there instead.
Like you can have your big toe on your hand.
Yes.
What?
I literally read this in one article just now.
Oh my gosh.
They literally do toe-to-thumb transplants. It's
shocked.
Your big toe works fairly similar to your thumb, so they can actually like modern science can transplant it.
What? Okay.
But even if your big toe's not available for whatever reason, maybe they can do your other toe, like your second toe over, but it's better with the big toe.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I have questions. You lose a thumb, and then they cut off your big toe and then put it on where your thumb is. What about the hole where your big toe is?
I don't know.
I mean, we use the big toes for walking a lot.
Well, this is the thing.
And,
I guess because with modern shoes, apparently your toes aren't as useful. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
I read that listen, I didn't get a primary source. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't get a primary source. I just thought it was so funny when I read that. I was like, could you imagine having a toe?
Like how disproportionate your hand would look. Like my big toe's a lot fatter than my thumb is. Like it would be like, what the hell is wrong with your thumb?
I would think that my toe's just shorter than my thumb as well. Like
really short. It's short. It's like someone took the thumb and then squished it so that it just got shorter and fatter.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I thought that was ridiculous when I read that.
That's insane. Oh. I have a few more facts.
Wait, I'm not done yet. Okay.
Wait, no. Let me give you a short, quick fact to intersperse the feet fact.
Okay,
this is like a
okay,
2-second
quick one. Go.
Did you know that mollusks' reproductive organs grow and shrink according to the phases of the moon?
Really?
Yeah.
Wait. So like if it's a new moon, it'll just have like a massive schlong.
Or like the other way around. I don't know what it is.
A massive gaping.
Yeah, I don't understand how that works.
I don't know how to say that word here.
But yeah, apparently. So there you go.
That's okay. Wow.
You're welcome.
That's hilarious. Wow, they're like astrologists. They're like, oh, Mercury's in retrograde. My penis is getting bigger.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, okay, hit me with some more feet fact.
Right, okay. So bigger toe, Greek foot, 52. Okay, here we go. Feet are getting larger. And that's just true in general. All feet are getting larger.
What else is getting larger?
Oh my gosh. But that's because people in general are getting larger, and therefore our feet.
Oh well, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Because like humans in general have been getting much larger. Like
that's a good point.
We saw this like QI the other day as well, right? Like that, like in Napoleon's time, he was like the average height of a man was like 5.
Yeah, so their feet must have been a lot smaller too.
Yeah, they had much smaller feet. humans. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like same with like the doors and stuff. You go to some old an old building, the doors are all really short.
Are really short. Yeah, I always have to crouch down because
even when I was little, I noticed that.
I'm not super tall, but I'm tall enough where I have to crouch down enough.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about that.
Okay, and here's like some rapid fire foot facts. Ready?
Sorry, foot facts sounds really weird.
I got 4 rapid fire.
Okay.
Your feet combined have about 250,000 250,000 sweat glands.
Oh my gosh.
That is more per unit of surface area than anywhere else on your body.
No wonder people's feet smell so much.
And therefore, that's where we have sweaty, stinky feet.
Oh.
Because we wear socks and shoes, and they can produce like a pint of sweat per day. Like it's really like a lot. We have a lot of sweat glands on our feet.
Oh gosh. You never really think about like, oh, my foot's so sweaty though. You know what I mean?
Maybe you don't. Sometimes I think about it though.
I just don't really sweat in general.
You don't sweat very much though.
And I guess people's socks are just like sponges that just suck it all up.
Especially when I'm at the gym, like it's noticeable. Yeah. I don't know. I feel it. It depends on what we're doing though. But then also 8,000 nerve endings, which is also more per unit of surface area than anywhere else on the body. And that's why everyone's feet are so ticklish. Because we have more nerve endings near the surface of our skin on our foot.
Yeah, yeah.
Like per unit of per centimeter of surface area of our foot than anywhere else on our body.
Wow.
Yeah. So you have sweaty feet, tickly feet for those reasons. And and that's also why they use, like, because of all these things, they use the feet, like podiatrists use which is like foot doctors. They use your feet as like a tell of like your overall health because they have like all these crazy things that are going.
That's so weird.
Yeah. The sole of your foot is the thickest skin on your body.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think everyone knows that one.
That checks out. Yeah.
Yeah. And really cool fact, if you were to do an average of about 8,000 steps a day, I don't know what lifespan they use, but you would circle the globe about 4 times. Like you'd be able to walk the globe, like walk around the globe about 4 times within your lifetime.
Wow.
8,000 steps a day. Yeah.
That's really cool. Wow. And like for people like runners and stuff like that, that must be like a lot more.
Well, yeah, I guess if you're doing more than 8,000 average per day, right?
That's cool. I mean, I believe that. A lifetime is a long time. And if you're like walking all the time, that's a lot of steps.
Yeah, I do. When I was looking this up, I looked up the shoe thing. Apparently barefoot running is like a trend, and they have like running shoes that are for barefoot running because like it's becoming a thing that people are.
But like, where would you go?
No, they have like shoes like that protect the soles of your feet, but they're like they let your toes like spread out. Like they're like.
It must look really funny.
It must look hilarious, yeah. But apparently, like barefoot shoes and stuff are like catching on. They're like becoming a bigger thing because people don't want fucked up feet.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. If I could walk without shoes on, it'd be nice, but my feet would hurt so much.
Yeah, you got flat feet. It really sucks. It really sucks. I have pretty nice arches, but like, and I go barefoot around the house and stuff. But
I mean, yeah, me too. But
I don't think I'd get barefoot shoes.
It would be, just imagine feeling like the wind between your toes as you're like on a run in a field or something.
Oh, it'd be so weird.
It would be strange.
Even going barefoot, like when I was on deck, I would never go. I would be barefoot with slippers. Like I would never.
You're talking about lifeguarding.
For lifeguarding and for swimming as well. Yeah. For those who don't know, I was a competitive swimmer and I was on deck a lot. But anybody who was a competitive swimmer and been on one of those decks knows it's one of the grossest places ever, and you get some of the like most nasty looking warts ever on some people's feet.
Ew, gross. Ew. Let's not talk about warts. I was thinking.
Oh, I have a great story about a wart. I have a great story about a wart. A kid with a wart who was in my class, preschool. I think it was a preschool class.
I don't like.
And she came in. Oh yeah.
Wait, sorry. You're coaching her?
I was lifeguarding, yeah. So I was her instructor. I think it was preschool A or B. So we were in the little kid pool.
Oh, I feel so gross.
And she came in, and she was a bit late. And I was like, oh, okay. And she had a Band-Aid on her foot. And I noticed it pretty soon because, it's a preschool class. You're helping them do floats and stuff. So you it's not hard to see a Band-Aid wrapped around their little baby toes. And I was like, oh, this Band-Aid's falling off. Like we usually don't want them to wear Band-Aids in the pool because like they fall off. They're really gross, right? So I was like, do you want to take this off? So she just looked at me and shook her head like that, like no words or anything. And I was like, okay, but it's like falling off already. Like it was like kind of falling off. She was like, oh, okay. It's like how bad is the like cut under there? Maybe you shouldn't be so. And then which took it off. It's like this massive wart.
Oh,
it was so
what?
gross. It's like as big as her toe. It's really, really gross.
The
And then
poor kid.
I instantly did the little baby whistle to get the deck supervisors, the deck soup over, and I was like, yeah, she can't be. Like, it was like a super, like, you're not allowed to be in the pool with that. Like, that's really gross.
I love how they thought that a Band-Aid was just gonna magically protect
I
everyone.
knew there was something under there because I was like, it was
Oh,
it was weird.
that's so gross.
That's my wart story.
Oh my gosh.
Dude,
okay.
Decks are gross.
Back to the open foot running shoes. Just imagine how many bugs would get in between your toes if you were just like out and about with like a soul supporter, but with free. I mean, like, I know that people wear flip-flops and all that, but I just feel like it'd be so much worse if you had like individual toe holders that
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it'd be weird.
Okay, I have one more fun fact. Did you know that in New York City until 1925, drivers going in the east-west direction would stop at an amber light and go at a green light, but drivers that were driving in the north-south direction would stop at green lights and drive on amber lights.
What?
Yeah. Can you imagine
wait,
how many?
What?
Yeah.
This was until 1925.
Yeah. So, like, there was just, like, a light, I guess, dangling in the
This is
intersection.
probably, like, yeah, one
that
light.
everyone could see. So you'd have to
Oh my
know, like, the
gosh.
direction of travel. Like, how many accidents do you think happened
my
because
gosh.
of that?
Oh, I thought I was going east, right? I was heading north. Oh my god.
Like,
That would be horrible.
holy.
They probably didn't have separate circuits. You're right. It's probably just
No,
one
it was
light.
just one light that everyone saw.
Oh, that's
Like,
awful.
Oh.
That's awful.
Yeah, like if I wouldn't be able to drive, I would.
Dude,
My
I think-
sense of direction is terrible as
I mean,
is.
driving's already the most dangerous activity
I
that the
know.
average person will ever do in their
Just
life.
imagine introducing
Imagine if you
that as a
introduced, like, if
rule.
that was even. Oh man, imagine if it was even more dangerous than it already is.
Yeah,
Ouch.
so that blew my mind when I found that out.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh, it's on. All right, and now it's time for the quack question.
I love that part.
Oh gosh. Yes. Okay, so the quack question. So it's my turn today to ask you
Yep.
the quack question.
I'm excited.
So would you rather
Okay.
be able to tolerate extreme heat or extreme cold? Now this comes out of a few things. So I actually thought about this before yesterday
Okay.
when we went and talked about, you know, how women are always cold or hot.
Okay, we don't want to generalize, maybe not all women, but
okay, but in
often.
our life, we've noticed
Yes.
that in general, and I've heard this from people in the office,
Mm-hmm.
different women at the office, like women
Yes.
tend to either be too hot
think it
or
is
too cold.
I think it is a factor that women are generally colder than
Yeah,
men.
and
So
they
it
have,
comes
like,
from something.
a much smaller, comfortable temperature range than the men that we know. At least, like for me, I could be comfortable being within a pretty wide range. You,
Yeah.
not so much.
No. Yeah. No.
So, would you rather be able to tolerate extreme heat or extreme cold? Like here,
Okay.
go
well,
for it.
I think it would highly depend on like where you live. First of all, like if you live somewhere that actually remains cold and will continue to remain cold unless climate change messes it up, you know, like it would be probably more useful to have a tolerance for cold, but like hot, I don't like being too hot and I like being bundled in blankets. So I think I would have to say heat so that I could like enjoy the outside during the summer more and not just want to melt all the time and like soak up the sun more, you know, instead of just wanting to always hide from it. Because like being in the heat makes me get headaches and stuff.
I had the same answer.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
for similar reason that you kind of touched on. So I like your idea. It's the same thing. Right now we live in a place that's pretty temperate. Like,
yeah.
you know, we live in southern
We got
Ontario.
some cold, we got
so
some
it gets
hot.
cold. Yeah, it goes from
Not that cold, to be honest.
not that cold. I used to, like maybe minus 15, minus 20 to 30 degrees in the summer.
Yeah.
And
or
that's
35.
shifting. Yeah, it's shifting now, right? Like I would used to be able to say like minus 30 to plus 30, but no, it's not really the case anymore.
Yeah.
This winter we only went down to minus 17 once or something.
Yeah.
It's really warm winter.
I know, but I guarantee you the summer isn't going to be only 135-degree day.
I'm sure it'll go up above 30 more than once.
I'm not looking forward to that.
But yeah, this is my thing too. If we were to move anywhere in the world,
it most likely
would be hotter than here.
I know.
And there's a lot of hot places in the world where it'd be really cool to live.
I mean, fair enough.
Like Spain or
I know. I just don't do well in the heat.
I know, but that's the thing. So I think rather the only advantage I could see to being able to tolerate a lot of cold is first of all, you'd save a lot of money on heating
in the winter. Yeah, except you still water and stuff. You still need to have your house be
19, yeah. I think
so your water pipes don't burst.
I think it's recommended 19 or something.
Yeah, so that's even limited.
Yeah, and or no, maybe it's lower than 19. Sorry, it's recommended 13.
Anyways, whatever.
I thought also I really like wearing t-shirts. I don't like bundling up like you. So I thought maybe cold would be great because I could just go outside in a t-shirt in the winter.
Yeah, I mean, but you already do that, to be fair.
I don't do that. I do that up until November, December-ish.
Yeah,
which isn't
it's
winter.
-5 and you're there in a t-shirt and shorts. And everyone on the road is like, are you okay? And you're like, yeah, it's so warm outside.
Well, because it is warm, though. It is warm. It wasn't, listen.
Anyways, continue.
Until it drops below 5 degrees, especially, but even sometimes 0, I don't consider it cold enough to really wear, a sweater.
Big weirdo.
Anyway. I think it'd be way more useful though to be able to tolerate the heat because then you could spend more time on a beach or spend more time
the other thing I thought
there's a lot of hot places, man, especially Europe in the summer is so beautiful, but God, it gets so hot and they have no AC.
Yeah,
it's God.
Another thing I thought of though, inside, even now, in bed, sometimes you're just so warm. I wake up and I'm sweating because it's just a furnace is on the whole time inside the bed. So it'd be nice if I could just wake up and be like, okay, this is fine, and not be get me out of here immediately.
Here we go again with the I'm a radiator in bed.
You're a very warm individual.
Yeah, and you're very cold.
I know, but I like that I can just bundle myself up.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. We both have the same answer.
Amazing. That was a good question. I'm proud of you.
All right. Now you know what it's time for? The Cheerful Earful. Nice. I like it.
Thank you. I enjoyed my freestyle. Okay, it's me doing it this week. So, my fact is about whatever. My happy thing.
Your Cheerful Earful.
Yes, is about amphibians.
Amphibians?
Yeah.
All right, interesting.
So, apparently in the UK, there's a bunch of toad patrol groups.
Okay.
So basically, groups of volunteers. They have so many that they have waiting lists for people wanting to volunteer in these groups. And what they do is they go out on rainy nights, dark roads. They wear high-vis jackets and these huge powerful beam flashlights, and they just look for frogs and toads and newts and all those amphibians.
Really?
And they pick them up off the road, and then they put them somewhere safe.
Oh, yeah, so it's just for so that cars don't run them over, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
once again, cars come in to ruin the day.
Yeah. But there's this one specific group that was featured in the article I read about this called Charlcombe Toad Rescue in Bath in the UK. And they've got about...
In Bath, BATH.
Yeah.
Of course. Bath.
Bath, whatever. Anyways, they have about 50 volunteers. And they have a crowd fund that they raise, I think it's £1,500 or something, so that they can close the main road in the month of March during the mating season of the frogs and the stuff, so that it reduces the chance of them getting run over more.
Gosh.
But they've been operating since 2003, and they've saved over 40,000 animals from the dangers of the road, and they reduced the amphibian deaths from road crossings from 60% to 3%.
Holy Toledo. That is really good.
I know. Can you believe that? Just from literally the most primitive way of dealing with that. It's
God, in the bundin. That's really cool.
Yeah,
that's really
and
cool.
it actually worked is the really cool part.
So people just look for them. They must. I think closing the road probably does a lot as well.
I mean, yeah.
And maybe signage and stuff being
yeah.
watch for
just
toads.
Imagine going out on a dark road when it's raining to save. Like, man, that's dedication. It's nice knowing. I just like knowing there's people in the world
seriously
that are so concerned about the frogs.
Seriously. I mean, like, it's not root cause, but it's a good mitigation for
it works, which is really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and there's like a special company specifically dedicated for like compiling all this data. I think it's called like Frogline or something.
Frogline! Oh my gosh, that's
and
amazing.
They're the ones who got all these stats.
Oh man, I imagine like writing that article. Oh, I gotta call the Frogline. All right, what's the hotline for the Frogline? Oh, the Frogline. All right, are you guys?
Oh no! What if it's not the Frogline?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just joshing.
Yeah.
I think it'd be funny.
Anyways, that made me happy.
All right, and I guess that's it for the episode.
Yeah, that was really fast. I'm sad it's over.
Yeah, I know, but it's okay. This is a good one. I think. I think it was fun. I had a lot of good facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Frogline. All right. So, what do we want to say? We want to talk about emails.
Yeah.
So, if you want to get in touch, the three of you who are listening up until the end, I'm joking. If you want to send us an email though, and have one of your facts featured or ask us a question, you can email us.
Bring in the fact quack questions.
Yes. Yeah. You can ask us at
thosecrazyweirdospodcast@gmail.com.
Yes. Exactly.
I had a moment where I blanked and I was like, what's our email?
Yes,
but I remembered it.
thosecrazyweirdospodcast@gmail.com. We weren't able to get those crazy weirdos at Gmail, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we did get the domain name thosecrazyweirdos.com or thosecrazyweirdos.ca. So
yeah, check that out too. Our episodes will be up there.
Yeah, and there's a form on there where you can send us an email that way. That'll work just fine.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Peace out.
Bye.